calling it a fix. Your loyal Muppet says, dogged, never give up. Has nothing to do with anything Celtic have done themselves or Martin O'Neill. It's VAR that gave them the wins, mostly to get them back in contention. It's a complete fix for all to see. David says it's an absolute disgrace. SFA are making a laughing stock, football worldwide. The referees should all resign now. There are a lot of people, though, Highlander saying he raised his handball in the box. It's a penalty. Davey also says it's handball, though, no doubt, Stonewall penalty. I mean, for what it's worth, they're showing it over and over again in front of me, Keith, on the TV. You can interpret whether or not Trusty moves his hand up, but he has got his hand there.
Well, exactly. But that means if his hand's not there... See, this is the thing that I've got with the handball thing, right? And I thought we were getting somewhere that if your hand's in front of your body and it hits your hand here, it's not a penalty kick because it's going to hit your chest. So see if your hand's in front of your forehead, what's the difference?
But then if you raise your... I don't know, but
I'm saying to you that when I looked at it, I think Trusty's body movement, Trusty's rolling and he's got his shoulder under Nicholson's arm, and that brings the arm up. Now, if it brought it up to here and the ball's going over Nicholson's head, then I'd say Stonewall penalty kick, even though he's not meant to do it, even though his arm has been moved by Trusty's movement, it would still have to be a penalty kick. When all that's happening is his hand is in front of his head, I don't see what the difference is if his hand's in front of his chest. I might be entirely wrong, but I don't see what the logical explanation, what the difference could possibly be. If it's going to hit his chest and it hits his hand, it's not a penalty. So if it's going to hit his forehead and it hits his hand, I don't understand why that's a penalty kick. And I think that the SFA are going to have a real problem explaining that one.
Chick in the comments says maybe he was trying to keep the sun out his eyes. It's one. it's one for Des Roach, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
And John...
Des will be tucked up in his bed by now. He's a referee, for God's sake.
John says it's an unnatural position, and for what it's worth, because you'll take a lot of stick, Keith, for giving you... I think it probably was a penalty. I think your hand's up there, you're asking for trouble. But you might be right about the rule. I don't know. Is that the rule? Who knows? I don't know about handball anymore. It's a minefield.
So two factors to consider, if you're VAR. One, did he voluntarily put his hand up there, or was it moved by Trusty's movement? Right, I think it's pretty clear it's Trusty's movement that has brought the arm up. And then two, as I said to you, if my arm is in front of my chest and somebody shoots and it hits my hand right there, it's never a penalty kick. So what's the difference that it's 12 inches higher up?
Aye. No, I understand your logic. Ash in the comments says it's handball. He jumped leading with his arm. His hand finishes in front of his forehead. It's a Stonewall penalty. Although Michael says no, it was natural positioning. David says was Des on VAR tonight. McInnes apparently has been on the TV while we've been on, saying it's an absolute joke. I don't know if that's accurate, but a couple of people saying that in the comments. Keith, well, we could talk about the handball all night. We mentioned their Hearts post-split form, and rightfully so, amazing. But Keith, that's Celtic now 7 wins in a row. None of us thought they'd do 5. 5 seemed unbelievable. They're now going for their 8th on Saturday to win the league. That is remarkable.
Well, especially when you remember what Danny Rowe was saying, wasn't it, about 9 cup finals and all this for Rangers. And we've not even mentioned the fact that they've gone down to a 4th straight post-split defeat tonight at home to the Hibs. Martin O'Neill never talked about 8 straight cup finals or anything like that. He just went, as he does, game to game, and he just keeps on asking for more at his players, keeps on just squeezing that little bit extra, even when they're not playing well. And as I said to you, I thought Motherwell by a distance were the best team in the park tonight. But this will not to give in, this will not to give it away. You know, I come back to it. Remember weeks and weeks ago, somebody mentioned the other night, and I said to you about the line from Succession, you have to be a killer.
Yep.
And I said to you, that would be the difference ultimately between Celtic and Rangers this season. And you're seeing that. Rangers are rolling over, getting tucked away and put to bed. Celtic are still there somehow by hook or by crook, taking this all